calls dropping. Ugh, it's frustrating. Let's end your frustration by signing up for fiber internet in Clinton. Click the Connexus icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Your friend in Central Illinois. WHOW.
It's the WHOW Morning Show. I'm your host today, Ben Hubbard. The WHOW Morning Show streams to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin insurance agent in Clinton. My guest in studio in this segment is Joey Long with the CH Moore Homestead. Joey, it's been a little while since we've gotten to catch up. How have you been?
I've been great and enjoying the summer, and I hope the same is true with you.
Absolutely it is. Have you been able to recover from all of the America 250 July 4th celebrations?
Well, we're just in go mode now. We can recover in January. As you know, we have had at least one event every month from when we opened in April all the way through to the end of the year. So, and coming off June, that was quite a month. We actually had not one, not two, but three events taking place at the museum.
Yeah, absolutely. Lots going on. And I love that you guys are having historical events, but you're also just having these kind of fellowship and, just celebrate the community events like this one coming up on Saturday, the Ice Cream Social. Let's start there, Joey. Let's talk about this event.
Yeah. So on Saturday, that would be Sunday, July 19th, from 2 to 5, we are having an old-fashioned ice cream social. So, all of these events fall under the umbrella of America 250 at the Homestead, celebrating 250 years of American history. And as you know, old-fashioned ice cream socials, that's kind of hearkening back, to the olden days.
Yeah.
They were and still are a great way to bring community together and, just spend some leisurely time together. And I think it's going to be a really great fit for this.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So what time does it start? And it's obviously going to be at the Homestead, correct?
Right. So it will be on the Homestead grounds. And the event, again, that's on Sunday, July 19th. And it runs from 2 to 5 p.m. that afternoon. And we will have, there'll be a lot going on.
Yeah.
So first of all, ice cream, if you hadn't suspected. So they will be serving up lots of ice cream, all the ice cream you care to eat on that day. And then also we are going to be having this fantastic banjo fiddle duo, and their name is Peaches and Bacon is their group name.
Nice.
And I actually came across these people at another event at a historic site in October, and I heard the music. Oh my goodness, where's that coming from? Who is that? So we were able to track them down and invite them to come and perform at the Ice Cream Social. So I'm really excited about that, and really excited to be bringing them here to DeWitt County.
Yeah.
They've performed at other historic sites, the Marbled Homestead, the Abraham Lincoln Home in Springfield, Lincoln's New Salem, the Elijah Isles House, all over. And so really nice to be able to bring them here to DeWitt County. And so they will be performing the entire time. And then also there will be horse-drawn carriage rides taking place during that afternoon. So all of this is going on. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be fun. It's something that will be nice for all ages. And as far as details, it will mostly take place on the museum's front lawn, which is shaded.
Nice. Perfect.
So that's good. The front porch will basically be the stage for the musical performers.
Cool.
And the carriage rides will do their usual route that they do through the streets, and then they'll be serving up the ice cream, I believe, at the carriage barn. So we will have seating, bench seating will be there, provided by the museum. However, if someone prefers to bring their own lawn chair or blankets to spread on the ground, they're more than welcome to do that. We actually, we encourage that. Just, make yourself comfortable. That's what this is all about.
Yeah.
Come, be comfortable, relax, have a good time, and just celebrate the spirit of America 250 with us.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And those carriage rides, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's something special, right? Usually that was kind of reserved for the Christmas season.
Right. We've only had those, in the evenings during the candlelight tours. So this will be a little different. It'll be, during the daytime, and I imagine that might give it a little different feel or vibe or whatever.
Yeah.
And
Not so bundled up, maybe.
right. It won't be so cold, won't be so dark. So yeah, it's just a nice addition, that they decided to add that to it. And I also want to add that all of these activities are free. This is a free event, and that is made possible through the efforts of the DeWitt County Museum Association, as well as the many donations that were collected from the people who kindly sponsored America 250 at the Homestead this year. So we're really happy that we're able to put this on, that it's a free event. And I really encourage people, come out, have a little ice cream, sit under the shade tree, and enjoy the afternoon.
Yeah.
Now, that said, I will say we never know about the weather. This is a rain or shine event. So in the case of rain, then it will be moved into the carriage barn. So it will still take place. It'll just be in a different way.
Perfect. Well, and if nothing else, that's put you a little closer to the ice cream, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Strategic planning. I like that.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yes.
Well, Joey, is there anything that we missed on the ice cream social coming up this weekend?
Nothing that I can think of.
All right, awesome. Well, before we jump ahead to August and what's coming up, let's talk a little bit about what's gone on in over the past month. I know you guys had the quilt show, and jump into those 3 big events that you guys hosted in June for America 250.
Yeah, so June we had an author's book signing. Maureen Holtz had recently released a book about it's a pictorial history of DeWitt County. And so we invited her in, and she gave a presentation about that and signed books as people purchased. And I will add, we still do have a supply of books at the museum and the gift shop if anybody's interested in purchasing one. It's you can feel good about buying it at the gift shop, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because any books that are purchased at the gift shop, that money directly benefits the museum. And
it's a great coffee table book.
It really is. And we've sold many. It's been very popular. So we had the author's book signing. Then we also had a car show, a classic car show. Oh my goodness. It was wonderful. It was estimated that over 250 people attended.
Wow.
Several entries, fantastic cars. And again, it had a really nice vibe. So many people, just getting together and seeing each other and just enjoying the day. And that was a really nice event. And then during the entire month of June, we had the quilt show, which we do every year. However, of course, it had that twist.
Yeah.
So the theme was America 250 at the Homestead. And as listeners might recall, the way that we do the quilt show is we put out a call for quilts, and people actually loan us their quilt for the month for the quilt show. And with the theme this year, they had some parameters. We were looking for red, white, and or blue, or patriotic themes and whatnot. And narrowing it down like that, you kind of wonder, oh, how many will we have? Well, we ended up with more than 50.
Wow.
Yes, that's more than we've had in years.
Wow, very nice.
And then you might think, well, if all of these quilts are within these parameters, how much variety will they be?
Yeah.
Will there be how interesting can they? Well, let me tell you, every single one unique, beautiful, because each one is a piece of art. And we had them, we had old ones, we had new ones, and everything in between. And it really was a well-attended show.
Yeah.
So we had a lot of group tours in for that. We had a lot of out of town. Oh, I just did for my director's report, I just did the statistic. Well, I can tell you this, between all of those events and our regular daily tours and whatnot, we hit right about 500 people came to the museum just in the month of June.
Wow.
And the majority of those people are out of county people.
Yeah.
So that's really
cool.
Good.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And how does that affect, the operations of the museum, having this, this higher volume of people? Are you guys able to, keep up with that and keep people moving through the house?
Yeah, we are able to do it. We, schedule staff accordingly, especially if we know that we have a big group tour coming in. We'll make sure that there are two of us there to, take care of everything. And sometimes more, when we have these events. And so yeah, it's been fine. It's worked out just fine. We're a little tired, but we're keeping up.
Well, and you guys have some great volunteers, some great docents there who I'm sure are always up for the challenge.
We truly do. And our board of directors, they are a working board, and they are working this year. And so when you get that scoop of ice cream, it'll be one of our members of our board of directors for the Museum Association serving up that ice cream and handing you a cold drink. So
Gotcha. I should have asked you this earlier. I apologize. Are you guys looking for any volunteers for the ice cream social? Anything?
Well, if someone was interested in volunteering, we'd be happy to have the help.
Yeah.
They can just give me a call at the museum. That number is 217-935-6066. And we'd be happy to bring someone on board if they'd be interested in helping out.
Perfect. Well, look at the clock. It's about time for us to take a break. I know you just shouted out the phone number, but give us that Facebook and the website where people can go to follow along.
Sure. So they can follow us on Facebook, and that would be CH Moore Homestead and DeWitt County Museum
Gotcha.
for the most up-to-date information. They can also go to our website, and that is www.chmoorehomestead.org.
All right, more to come with Joey Long with the CH Moore Homestead and DeWitt County Museum on the WHOW Morning Show.
WHOW.
Here's Matt Hart, owner of the Hart Media Group in Clinton.
It's been great. You and Ben and the entire team are doing a great job. And we're just continuing on serving the local community, right? This is what this is all about. We're here to serve our local community. We're here to tell the local stories. We're here to cover the news. So nothing in that regard is changing. Our goal is connecting people. And that's our tagline at Hart Media Group. It's connecting people.
Hart purchased the Miller Media Group in August of 2025 and looks forward to serving the community for years to come.
DeWitt County's #1 source for local news is on the air and online 24 hours a day. The latest local news stories are heard every hour on Central Illinois' news station, the Big 1520 AM and 92.3 FM WHOW. Stream live at DeWittDailyNews.com. They're also heard every hour on the station that's your easy choice, 95.9 FM WEZC. And to read the latest local news on your electronic device, including tablets, iPhones, and smartphones, go to DeWittDailyNews.com. DeWitt County's #1 source for local news is on the air, online 24 hours a day.
Now you can listen to WHOW on any Amazon Alexa-enabled device. There are 3 easy steps. Step 1.
Download the free Alexa app by going to the App Store on your mobile device.
Step 2. Enable our skill by going to the menu, select Skills, then find WHOW, open the skill.
Step 3. Activate the skill by saying, Alexa, play WHOW radio.
That's all there is to it.
And to stop the WHOW stream, just say, Alexa, stop.
WHOW, now on the Amazon Alexa app.
SIU Center for Family Medicine is here to help with back to school and sports physicals. Healthy kids learn better and play harder. Call 217-735-2317 today to schedule your appointment. That's 217-735-2317. SIU Medicine, forward for you.
DeWittDailyNews.com is the area's leading local news source 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the latest local news, obituaries, police splatter, weather forecast, and more with no paywall. Head to DeWittDailyNews.com to get the local information you need to know.
Your friend in Central Illinois, WHOW.
It's the WHOW Morning Show. I'm your host today, Ben Hubbard. The WHOW Morning Show streams to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin insurance agent in Clinton. We continue with my guest in studio, Joey Long from the CH Moore Homestead. And Joey, just because the 4th of July is behind us does not mean that the America 250 fun has to end. And we have an event coming up in August that's going to be, like I mentioned earlier, one of those more historical events, right?
Right. So we were trying, and I succeeded
Yeah.
in the events that we have throughout the year. There's something for everyone.
Oh, yeah.
So this would be more, people who might be more history bent or intellectually curious, whatnot.
Yeah.
Or just interested in, like lifelong learning.
Totally.
So the August event is going to take place on Sunday, August 16th at 1:30 p.m. in the Carriage Barn.
Mm-hmm.
And the program title is Joseph Rodney, Freedom Seeker on the Illinois Central Railroad. And that will be presented by Illinois Humanities Rhodes Scholar Daryl Dexter, who is from the very southern tip of Illinois and has done extensive research on this topic as well as others. And I think this story will be quite interesting. And I think people would be surprised to learn that such things were taking place in this chapter of our history. But it's just enlightening. So I don't want to give any spoilers out, but just to give people an idea of what this presentation is about. Joseph Rodney was an escaped slave, or we call them freedom seekers now.
Gotcha.
And somehow and this is quotes, a free woman of color in Cairo, instead of, him running on the Underground Railroad seeking freedom, which is what we think of, right? The Underground Railroad. She purchased a ticket on the Illinois Central Railroad for him.
Wow.
So that starts the whole adventure.
Yeah.
So it follows his travels, up on the rails. His owner is hot on his heels. And when they reach Chicago, then the story really starts. So I think that will be fascinating to explore that chapter of history. And, our community is tightly knit to the Underground Railroad.
Yeah.
And so I think this will be quite interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that. I feel like you don't always think about that as, a northern state, as you might call it, and Illinois' involvement in the Underground Railroad and freeing slaves and those freedom seekers. Can you speak to some of that local history just on that front?
I can. Now, I will start by saying, learning about those secretive operations are a little difficult. During the time, you're not going to leave a paper trail or brag about it,
Totally,
right?
yeah.
You'd be putting yourself and others in great jeopardy.
Yeah.
But as far as locally, what I can tell you is there was a woman. Her name was Eliza Argo. Ironically, her home was located on what is now in Clinton Railroad Street.
Okay, gotcha.
And when she passed away, her obituary proudly stated that she was a member of the Underground Railroad.
Wow.
And helped these escaped slaves, freedom seekers, through this part and on to freedom. So, but even a lot of people, even once they pass away, they're not going to claim responsibility for that. But this woman was proud of what she did. And I'm proud of what she did.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's a little bit of a tangent there. Just so interesting to me. And I always love going on those little tangents and hearing those stories from you, Joey. Back over to this event that's coming up in August. I want to talk a little bit more about who Daryl Dexter is, how you guys got in contact with him and bringing him out to the museum.
Sure. Yes, that's a good story too. So this program is actually made possible. I was able to secure a grant from the Illinois Humanities.
Very nice.
And they have a program. It's called the Illinois Humanities Rhodes Scholars, but Road, R-O-A-D, not the other. And so we were able to contact him through their programming and secure an event date. Funding's tight everywhere.
Yeah, of course.
Including, with their organizations. So whereas it used to be that a speaker might be available for 10 or more engagements throughout the year, those numbers have gone down drastically. So most of these are only able to go and give 5 presentations. And the area that they cover is the entire state of Illinois in a 1-year period.
Wow.
So we're 1 out of 5. So we're very fortunate to be able to bring someone with his knowledge and his passion for the topic to bring him to DeWitt County. And where else how far would you have to travel to be able to attend something like this otherwise? That's one thing that the museum strives to do, and I'm proud of. We're bringing, on Sunday, we're bringing this musical duo here to us, and we're bringing this distinguished scholar and author here to us. And it's nice to be able to do that.
I mean, just in that same vein, Guy Fraker comes to mind. You guys are so good at bringing those experts in to really open people's eyes about all the stuff that's right here in DeWitt County. I feel like opening eyes, that's such a good way to describe like what you guys are doing at the museum and what local history is all about. It's all about those little secrets and those little things that you didn't know were right there at home, right?
And again, the presentations bring people together who have common interests, and it opens people's eyes. It sparks relationships. It sparks deeper interest, and it's a magical thing. And speaking of my friend Guy Fraker, he actually was the one who kicked off our events that we had through the year.
Oh, nice. Great.
So in April we did the Steinway Reawakened, restoring an old Steinway piano, and then had like a wine and cheese thing. And then on May 3rd we had Guy Fraker here, and he presented Lincoln and the Light of the Declaration of Independence. Very well attended, and it brought people from, I calculate how many, I can't even tell you how many towns, not just people from here, but all over.
And Joey, I'm so sorry, we are just about out of time. Just one more time, could you give us the website and where people can follow along?
Absolutely. So it is www.chmoorehomestead.org, and they can give us a call, 217-935-6066.
As always, that's Joey Long with the DeWitt County Museum and CH Moore Homestead on WHOW.
WHOW.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. President Trump sounding an alarm over alleged foreign interference in U.S.